This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Farm Credit. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com.
Night, the fans, they'll be ready. They need something to be excited about. We understand that. We've been talking to our players the entire week about that, and so we'll be ready to play. Tennessee will be too. It should be one hell of a football game.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
And Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Light the candle.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, cowboy?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those. Oh.
So that's the question, right? What Arkansas team's going to show up on Saturday night? You're going up against a titan of an opponent, number one in both offense and defense, as Coach Pittman talked about this week. And you haven't been a great team at home under Sam Pittman since 2022, outside of maybe that Ole Miss game, which was fun, which was also at night. And there haven't been a lot of night games here in Fayetteville lately. 6:30, ABC. We'll have our pregame coverage beginning at 1 o'clock, but I know a lot of people are asking which Arkansas team is going to show up this weekend. Hopefully it's one that gives Tennessee a game, and we'll talk about that more as we get going here on a Too Stupid Thursday.
Which team, as though we've seen multiple personalities from this team. All right, that's where we begin. We're brought to you by the Hickey and Hull Law Partners. They're growing their firm, and they've expanded with additional locations, I should say. They've been in Mena for over a couple of years now. They're in Little Rock. They're in Northwest Arkansas. They're also in Fort Smith, which has been home base for many, many years. Kevin Hickey, Brad Hull, ready to walk you through any challenge you've got in the courtroom, whether it's divorce, family law matters, criminal or civil, or anything else in between. 479-434-2414, 434-2414. Go to kevinhickeylaw.com.
Tennessee must reach to keep this drive going. Arkansas takes the football.
The fans will be ready to go. They have 4 or 5 hours to tailgate, so they'll be in good shape.
If you listen to the experts outside this room, they don't know what you invested. They don't know your sacrifice. They don't know what a fighting Razorback's about. But they're fixing to find out.
A lot of anxiety. Bounding ball up the middle. Backhanded stop by Westbrook. Through the first, not in time.
We'll have Ty, his flowing hair.
Golden locks.
We'll have him shave his head and then give me the hair.
You're going to wear the wig, and Ty's going to walk around looking like you.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
Now, that's a hell of an idea right there.
Bald. Think I could pull off. Now,
you and Bo change places when it comes to follicle folly, if you will.
I thought I was cracking up when they were discussing that. Because the clip that's been circulating is the 1999 interview, I guess, when Bo was working for 4029 and his conversation with Clint Sturter directly after the game. He's got hair. I want to see...
Chuck has hair? Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Bo has hair.
rather?
I want to see a Chuck Barrett picture video circulating of him with hair. Since one has been ousted.
I may have some on my computer from years ago. I mean, I've been doing this a while.
Will he kill you?
I've been working with Chuck for a while.
Will he kill you if you put those out publicly?
I don't think Chuck would. Chuck is, how long have you known Chuck? Beyond just knowing the voice. Chuck has worked his tail off in the last 10, 12, 15 years to lose a lot of weight. And the only time Chuck has scolded me over a picture was one that, hey, I want skinny Chuck up there. So
I got blamed,
and I don't blame him for that either.
I got blamed for that picture, even though I did not post.
No, there's some pic. I probably got some in my computer from decades ago.
We might have to make that happen. That was kind of a conversation circling around NIL, which if you listen to,
they both get galoolied.
Yeah, if you listen to their interview with Justin Moore this morning, maybe you're jumping in with the Morning Rush for the first time. Justin's proceeds, ticket sales, everything's going to NIL tonight. The question I have. Is that going to contribute to the $500,000 mark that Hunter Yurchek put out yesterday to put the slobber hog on the court?
No, you want both buckets, right?
I know
you're just giving.
I know you want both buckets, but
right?
As a fan who will,
how much have you donated this morning for?
No. Monday morning, I will show you a receipt.
Why?
I have not done it because we don't get paid till Friday, and I've got things we're doing. We got
Who says
like
you're
a
getting
10-hour sales meeting on Friday, so I'm going to do it on Monday.
10?
So Monday, I'm going to donate, and you will see a receipt. I have not donated 1 cent, but this is a cause, a righteous cause, I should say, that has gotten me to the point where, you know what? I'll do it. And I don't know how many people, I don't know if they'll achieve it before, was it 6 o'clock on October 7th?
7th, yeah.
Yeah, 5 o'clock on October 7th. But I will at least feel like that I contributed.
Yeah.
How do we? Here's
How
my
big a
thing.
tab? We talking 6,000, 10,000, 15,000? Yeah. I mean,
I don't think I can go over.
Surely as adamant and passionate as you are.
I am adamant and passionate.
You're going to sacrifice many things in your life to make this happen.
Not that much. I don't have. That's like 4 mortgage payments. Listen, I have a house now, Tommy, and that comes with some fiscal responsibility.
And physical. Fiscal and physical.
And something that I have not exercised, say the first, 29 and a half years of my life. But that's where we start this morning here on our opening drive. It's brought to you by our friends at First Financial Mortgage.
They can help you with them mortgage payments.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ethan Adamson, who's on a golf trip right now. One of the best golfers, not just in the River Valley, but the state. Also, one of the best mortgage lenders. If you don't believe me, go to Google Reviews, type in First Financial Mortgage right now. You'll see a 4.9 out of 5. There's no one that has even half the amount of reviews in the area that Ethan has. They can also help you in Northwest Arkansas and other parts of the state. I've dealt with Ethan and Emily, their entire team. Great job. Check them out. 479-782-9300. You got a son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter, niece, nephew going through the house buying process like I did. They're probably a little smarter, a little more well-educated than I was, but luckily Ethan is there to help you with anything they need. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender. So, again, the timeline, October, and we will jump into football. There's a couple clips. I want to get into your favorite Tennessee victory over the years coming up in just a bit.
As though there's many.
I think they're, 6 and 13. I wrote it down. 13-6 is what Tennessee has over you, I believe. Go back to the game notes, which is not great, but you've had some.
You used to play them guys every year, and it was. Yeah, that was in their heyday too. I mean, they were not an easy foe.
Fulmer knew what he was doing after he took over, I guess, Johnny Majors national championship, and they had a couple SEC
hijacked them.
Yeah, that was there's still a lot of old Tennessee fans that don't like Philip Fulmer based on how that went down, but neither here nor there. We'll jump into that coming up, but this was something that I had mentioned to you yesterday, and maybe Hunter was listening on one of the best sports talk radio shows in the state. I'm not going to take credit for that. I'll give that credit to Tom.
He was listening to Ruskin and Zach?
He might have been. But I saw this, and you pointed out from a business, as a suit, from that standpoint, you want your main logo. And that is a fair point to make. But this is a good way. And I have not given them a lot of credit from an NIL creative standpoint because they have not shown a lot of it. This is a good move.
Well,
for maybe the first time they have made a move that I think will truly get some additional funding to the NIL and meet this mark. I think they. So
you're saying they finally? Because I don't think this is their first move, but this is the first one that's connected.
I
with
think
you.
It's connected with me, and I said I'm not lying about this. We're on live video Monday. I'll show you the receipt. I'll pledge $100, and I'm not saying that you should or whatever, but I know for me, as someone that always heard about Arkansas basketball back in the day, as someone that the early stages of my life, while it wasn't good Arkansas basketball, that slobber hog means the world to me. And what meant the world to my grandfather, it means the world to a lot of Arkansas basketball fans. That pulled something out of me yesterday that hasn't been pulled out since this got going in July of 2021.
I think Hunter's listening right now.
All I know
Hunter,
is,
you out there?
all I know is we said it.
Listen, I've got another $500,000 idea right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Big C's got one too, apparently. Let's hear them both.
All right, so Monday's the big deadline, right?
5 o'clock, apparently, according to Hunter's Twitter.
Do we need to get in telethon mode? Do we need to bring Chuck and Bo, the morning rush, get Phil and Matt halftime? I don't know if security would allow Ruskin in the building, but maybe we can get some security clearance. Do we need to bring the shows over and go Jerry Lewis, go full scale telethon, get the phones, get your fingers dialing for dollars?
Let's
get this done?
Let's think about this. Let's think about bringing.
Do we need a telethon?
Sports radio programming to.
I mean, come to the Broyle Center. Get the phones ringing in the background.
13 hours, 4 stations, a massive podcast network, an insane listening base on hitthatline.com. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's almost like you would be communicating directly to who you're wanting to communicate with. I think that's a great idea.
See? I'm just full of. Can I go home now?
Now, the key in all this, what's the talent fee for this? Do we do it pro bono?
Well, hang on. Now, I thought this was a passion project for you. I was willing to do
That's
this.
why I said pro bono. That's why I just said pro bono.
Well, the first thing you ask is, what am I getting out of this?
I said talent fee, and
your
pro
talent
bono.
fee is going to be donated to the NIL.
I just know.
So then you can go from your $100 that you're going to give this weekend. What if the Hogs win? Are you going to up that if the Hogs beat Tennessee?
They're not beating Tennessee.
That's not what I ask.
I will pledge if they beat the Tennessee Volunteers come Saturday night, I will double that and put in $200. I'll show everyone the receipt. I'm not doing $250. I've got
you
a
wouldn't
mortgage.
pay an extra $50 for the Hogs to beat Tennessee.
I don't see you pledging, make any pledges on the pro. I've got a mortgage to
I'll
pay.
do $500 if they beat Tennessee.
Okay, all right. Let's here.
I have to shake your hand. Oh, that's official.
He's
All right.
on camera.
500 if we
He's
beat
on
Tennessee.
camera shaking his head. Big C,
All right.
make sure you save this tape for Monday. If they beat Tennessee, Tommy will pledge 500. I'll up it to 250, even though it's going to be a back-breaking month for me this month if I do that. But that's the love for the Slobber Hog, baby.
All right. You know, if this connects with as many fans as you believe it will, and I think listen, I think there is a good portion, particularly over the age of, say, 45, that feel passionately about this because it brings back nostalgic memories of the glory days of Barnhill, of early Bud Walton Arena. And some believe that's the magic elixir that will fix everything that ails the basketball program.
Cement Head will also match my $250. That's $1,000 right there towards
All right,
NIL.
all we got to do is
Arkansas.
beat Tennessee.
I'm going to put 100 in regardless because I want to see the Slobber Hard regardless of what happens against the Vols this weekend. And again, this is not me petitioning you to do it. I just know that pulled something out of me that has not happened in 3.5 years or 3 years, whatever it's been. So I thought it was a good idea. I commend the athletics department who screw up from time to time. This is not a screw up. This is what I think. I don't know if it's well thought out, but I think they did a good job.
Chris is wanting to know, is this money a monthly commitment? No. They just need your money they want to raise $500,000 collectively to match another $500,000 donation. That'd be $1 million, and Hunter's going to put the slobbering hog on the floor. So it's not it's not a monthly commitment.
Is the 7?
Ty in Fort Smith says he's in. My phone is blowing up. Chris Dooley says he'll match my $500. Our buddy Chris Dooley at Shelter Insurance.
What's the count?
All we got to do is beat Tennessee now. Sam, it's on you.
It's on you to help.
It's on you.
It's on you to help the basketball team. Speaking of this game, come Saturday, do you know Tennessee rotates 10 or 12 defensive linemen? Have you seen that unit? I was talking.
You think A&M was good?
I was talking to a friend about this last night, and I knew this was a good defense, but when he said that number, I was pretty blown away by that. Again, 10 or 11 guys. Here's what Coach Pittman said on Sam Pittman Live last night about the key matchup, which is exactly that.
They're deep on the front, on their front, and 9 or 10 deep that can really, really play. Behind them, they've got some excellent linebackers who a lot of times run free because their D-line's so good. They do a great job of moving the inside of the pocket. They are flushing the pocket, and of course their defensive ends are outstanding. So the matchup is going to be between our offensive line and their D-line, and I know it's a broken record because that's 3 weeks in a row that's going to be the matchup.
We've talked about Addison Nichols playing his former teammates, the former Tennessee Volunteer, Arkansas center, also a captain this week, along with Danico Slaughter. But I mean, it's pretty plain Jane what you got to do. You got to block the best defensive front, establish the run early. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night in Fayetteville.
Yeah, don't let them live in your backfield, and don't have Taylon Green running for his life. And you keep saying which team's going to show up. Have you seen two different teams? I mean, that's where you
I have. Well, the UAB game.
That doesn't count. God, good God. That game doesn't
What do you mean?
count.
It's been the only game that we've
Oh,
seen.
no, did you say UAB or UAPB?
Yeah, UAB.
Oh,
no, I don't
okay,
care about
okay.
UAB. No, UAB.
Well, I
and
thought you said UAPB.
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
but my
Listen,
you
I
did say
make
that.
dumb-
My ears heard that.
I
I'm
make-
like, are you kidding me?
I make dumb statements on the program. Not
I
that
thought
dumb.
you meant UAPB. And
No,
I'm like,
I just
get out of here.
I think when you look at last year, I mean, let's just go over the home games. A 7-3 loss to Mississippi State. You got your bell run by Auburn, your bell run by Missouri, and then the other home game was Texas A&M.
But that team's not even the same team.
But the only thing, so we've had those games last year, and the
Yeah.
only game we've had this year is a terrible performance against a team you should have rocked. Now, I get the emotions coming off Oklahoma State or whatever, but that has been unfortunately, a stigma with Sam Pittman's team the last couple of years is they hadn't showed up at home.
So you're not because I don't think this team's any different over the Oklahoma State, UAB, A&M game, Auburn game. I mean, they're a team that has a difficult time protecting their quarterback, and they're a team that turns the ball over, and a team that has a pretty good defense. The only thing that's been somewhat schizophrenic is special teams. I think the defense has been solid. The offense is what it is. They don't protect well, and they turn the ball over. And special teams has been the one thing that's been up and down. Other than that, I think they've been very consistent in how they've played.
John points out that he doesn't think they've been the same since Oklahoma State. Well, I would say I'd argue that they just played not better competition in UAB, but we saw the first real competition that they'll see the rest of the way. Very similar. I say similar. A&M's pretty good. Tennessee's good defensively. Bart from Rogers points out, who has Tennessee really beat? They beat Oklahoma on the road, who might have a worse offensive line than Arkansas. They've got a good defense. I'll give credit to Brent Venables there. But NC State ended up getting routed in Charlotte. That was a gross football game. Tennessee just killed them that night. But I think this will be another hostile environment that Nico has to walk into as a redshirt freshman quarterback.
Well, regardless of what happens, you know what makes us all feel better? Ice cream.
There we go.
Always does. Andy, and we're not talking just ice cream. Andy's Frozen Custards. They're on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, 2 locations in Conway, and they're in North Little Rock as well. I mean, no matter how bad your day is going, you get an ice cream cone, you get a cut, and I say ice cream because that's the easiest way to describe it, but this is beyond that. And they've got a variety of flavors. In fact, for the big game, don't leave empty-handed. Take home a 6-pack, a pick 6, mix and match, 6-pack of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time treat. Swing by Andy's Frozen Custards. It'll lift your day. It'll lift your spirits. Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, Conway with 2 locations. They're on Oak Street and Dave Ward, and just off the JFK exit, JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock. Andy's Frozen Custards. Walk up or drive through. They're ready to serve you.
I think you started something good, Tommy. Cody Lavaca points out he'll pledge $5 a point for whatever we beat. Whatever we beat, not if we beat Tennessee.
Whatever we beat.
Whatever we beat the Volunteers by. So we now have to.
But we don't have a long time to raise this money. The other thing I would do is I'd go down to the Salvation Army and see if I could borrow those red kettles and put them outside every gate this weekend. You want to raise $500,000?
Only put them out if they win.
I'd put them out before the game. I'd put them out after the game.
Be a lot of alcohol consumed.
I'm going to tell you.
So
I think if you put hog kettles out there, kind of like the Salvation Army does at Christmas outside the gates, I think you'd raise the $500,000 on Saturday. You could have 70,000 people there. 55,000 are convicted Razorback. I mean, in our blood, bleed Razorbacks. There'll be a lot of people give.
I think your
$10,
first idea,
$20.
Your first idea was
well.
The
It's going to
best.
take more than one idea. You don't raise $500,000 in less than a week on one idea.
Radio telethon from 6
unless
to 8.
Warren Stevens says so.
Yeah, radio telethon from 6 to 8 to 5.
I think we could be there
live from the Broyle Center.
We'll get the little thermometer thing, and we'll color it in, and that's the way to go.
I mentioned we played that highlight, of course, from 1999, where the Arkansas Razorbacks were able to avenge a previous loss in Knoxville the year before. Again, 6-13 is the record right now against Tennessee. There's not a lot of them. Is that just clearly the best one? I wasn't there for that. I was 4.5 years old. I've watched that game in its entirety.
We need 50,000 people at the game to give $10 this weekend.
Okay.
So if half that gave 20, $500,000 is raised. That's how you do it, Hunter.
And you can knock off $90 of that because I'm going to give 100 on Monday. So we're at least there. I'm not kidding.
You knock off 100 of that.
Yeah, 100 of that.
You could cover 10 people at the game. If 50,000 people that came to the game Saturday gave $10 apiece.
So do we get
I mean, we're giving away $1 million ideas.
Do we
here.
send Arkansas Edge an invoice for all these brilliant leads that have come out the last?
You can send anybody an invoice.
20 minutes or so.
The invoice is the problem. It's the check on the return in that's the issue.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think that'll cause a spark. And who's to say it's not already in place and said and done? They're not just trying to get more. I don't know, but I think it's going to ultimately happen. I think this basketball season, the rightful logo is going to be inside Bud Walton Arena. The slobber.
We're going to get it done? We're going to get the money raised?
I think they're going to put it on regardless. I think.
How do you give right now? That's the one thing I haven't seen. Did you just go to their website and donate there? How do we pledge this money to this cause?
I've never done it, so I was just going to. I wrote down on my calendar. I mean,
probably a good thing for us to figure out this morning.
Probably just go to Arkansas Edge and click donate. If I had to guess, not as familiar, but again, Monday I will make my first donation. Hopefully, the Slobber and Hog will come as of a week or so. We'll see.
But when they win, you're going to make a bigger donation.
250.
All right.
And you're 500. Doolies, whatever. We got to keep it. We got to keep it tallied. Bucket heads, cement heads at 250. There's
That's
a lot
right.
of them.
Here we go. We're gonna get it
It's over
done.
1,000 right there.
All right, that's where we begin. It's Thursday morning. It's 21 minutes after 9. Art's Barbecue is going to be ready for the game. So if you're looking for a place to go, if you're not going to the game and you're in the Fort Smith area, they've got that smoked brisket queso that they have for the game. You can get it to go or you can get it there. I was telling Wade, we was playing golf Monday at the Chamber of Commerce event at Eagle Crest, and I said, my man Ty went over to get some. You were out. And he said, yeah. He said, we've run out most weeks. It's that good. So, if you're wanting some of that smoked queso, call Arts. They'll have it ready for you for the game. And I can't wait to try it either. I said, well, you might want to just bring some over to the studio. We'll be willing to try it on the air.
Happy to.
We'll sacrifice.
Happy to.
452-2550. Call ahead. It's Arts Barbecue, Burgers, and more.
All right, more of the Morning Rush. Hog update next.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
This is former Razorback Trey Wade, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're at the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages.
He means the website, which is shop on Razorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is former Arkansas Razorback and current OKC Thunder guard Isaiah Joe, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath road-ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax. Get extra for your trade or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief. One more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hey, it's
Ty Richardson, and we're inside of Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. I'm with my guy, Josefa. Today, it was the French toast turkey melt, but other daily specials every single day.
Yeah, Ty, we just kind of want everybody to know that we're not just sandwiches around here. We have all kinds of different specials. There's always something different right here at Lily's Sandwich Shop.
Award-winning Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. Don't believe me? Talk to Lily.
My name is Lily. My papa makes the best sandwiches at Lily's Sandwich Shop. Come by and see him at the Bakery District today.
The Wave Rural Connect Shoal Creek Zone is open. Fast fiber internet, TV, and home phone available. This covers Midway, New Blaine, Scranton, Delaware, and other areas. Even if this isn't your zone, check your address. We might be available for you. Get your whole home solution. Internet, TV, and phone from a local provider. Go to signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
What's new at Wheeler Power Sports? Short answer, a lot. All new Kawasaki Ninja 500, Z500, Eliminators, and Mule Pro diesels. New Kawasaki Ridge side-by-side is now arriving. New Polaris Expeditions and Ranger XD 1500s. New Suzuki GSX 8R. New 2024 model Polaris Slingshots, including the Roush Edition, are now in stock. Check us out online at WheelerPowersports.com or stop by and see us at downtown Fort Smith at 901 North 11th Street. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Got a few skeletons in your closet? Want to seal your past criminal charges? Need to clear up some current ones? I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Fines and restitution add up. You need an attorney to help you navigate the justice system. But how do you pay for it all? At Mock Legal Solutions, we offer flat fees and payment plans so you can get back on track without selling a kidney. Now that's a monster of a deal. Call today for a free consultation. 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions. Real advice, reasonable price.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything: service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials, tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbors since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSAuto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
We've been talking about Bud Walton Arena. Cool news for the gymnastics team that it will be once again a regional site for 2027 in the 2027 NCAA championships. They had it this past spring. There was over 8,000 people that attended. So getting that again. Also on campus, the Randall Tyson Track Center is going to host the 26 and 27 indoor track and field championships. So kind of cool to see Arkansas getting some love outside of just normal SEC and non-conference things. Continue on our Hog Update. Ryan Stanek doing pretty good in the MLB postseason. 5 appearances. He, in 21 innings, these last games, he's 3-0 with a 2.57 ERA. He's only allowed 9 hits. So MLB-wise, I know the Royals advance with the win over the Baltimore Orioles in Camden Yards, so they'll survive. But we'll get to some more MLB stuff coming up. Keeping it here in Northwest Arkansas. Congratulations to the women's golf team. Tommy, did you see how bad they won? They finished -12. Mississippi State was +21 in second place at the Blessings Collegiate Invitational. So they picked up the first tourney win of the year, and they demolished the competition. Mid finished in 5th, by the way, too.
Yeah, I was reading through that this morning. So that's a tough course. Having that, we talk about home court, home field edges.
Oh,
it may be greater
than Bud Walter Baum.
It may be greater in golf at that particular course than any other home edge you've got.
Oh.
So that may be just the way it is.
Congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations.
Jose Marine sets the 54-hole scoring record, shooting 11 under. And how
11 under, Tommy. You think you could shoot 11 under at the Blessings? Even from the... Do you think you could do it from the ladies' tee like she
11
did?
under?
Yeah.
No. I don't care if you
She
let me
was
drop
phenomenal.
a ball at the 150 marker. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, she was phenomenal the last few days. All right, let's see.
And there's very few that could shoot 11. I mean, no.
I think you can put me down for plus.
I don't care what tees I play.
35 out there, plus 40 something out there. Last thing here in your hog update, before we talk some more football, Arkansas baseball exhibition games next weekend.
Put you down for an ROB.
ROB, yeah.
Run out of balls.
I've got about 50 in my bag right now. I think I'd be
think
okay.
you'd run out.
Maybe so. Next weekend, the 11th and 12th, hosting Oklahoma State. The first pitch is set for 6 o'clock on Friday night. Saturdays at 12. Admission and parking are free for both exhibition games. Dave Van Horn alluded to this in the offseason press conference, the idea of a significant opponent. Oklahoma State's, you've had some fun baseball games in series within the last couple of years, and they're coming to your house for an exhibition game. We were talking about Baum and Bud Walton being intimidating atmospheres, not necessarily next weekend, but cool to see that they're getting some offseason love like the basketball team is.
Yeah, and these exhibition games, we've been talking about the ones around the state and different things. I think great connection, and I think you'll have a great crowd. Obviously, those tickets for the Kansas game sold quick, so
Are they sold out already? I haven't seen that.
I'm certain. I hadn't looked, but I know when my class of people got around to getting access to tickets, there were a few, and it was end zones and upper deck was all that was left at that point. So yeah, question is, if you don't come up successful on Saturday and got the bye week, and then at what point do people start turning the page?
Oh, to basketball season? Yeah. I think they're going to beat LSU, so I think that'll get people back into it, but I've been wrong before. That's your hog update. It's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Let's stay there for a sec, because I had thought about this, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think they're going to win on Saturday night. I'm just hoping it's a close game. Maybe that's not the right mentality. The team doesn't have that mentality heading into this weekend, but if you're an Arkansas fan and you're talking about staying in tune with the football team and the program, do they just have to lose in the cover, which is 13 right now? If you lose by
another close loss would just make people more mad.
But I don't think so this week. This is the best team you played, and it's not close, really.
Because they have an offense and a defense. If they have an offense and a defense,
I know
it's
it's in front of your home fans. So I think this week's I hear what you're saying, and it will be frustrating to some, particularly if a mistake is made in play calling or by the officials or something of that nature, which would be awesome for the show, but it's not great. I can't, and I know Chuck and Bo were talking about the 99 game and the redemption, and Hogs Plus got the film out. You can't imagine the excitement that we will experience if Arkansas could somehow pull this thing off. I think a close loss won't be as bad as close losses we've seen in other games, like last week or Oklahoma State. This one, at least for me, would be judged a little differently.
Well, because people don't expect it. Most people don't expect us to lose.
Well, that's the greatest joys in life is when you get something awesome you don't expect. That's the greatest joys in life.
Like unplanned pregnancies. Those are joys.
That really wasn't what I was. No, I wasn't really going down that.
That's what I was thinking.
What am I going to do with you? Turn his mic off. Just turn his mic up. Just turn it off. I said turn it off. Who's the boss around here? Turn it off. Is that thing on? Good. Hey, we're brought to you by the Fence Man. I need a fence right here in this studio. Sean, get over here. High, 10 foot. How high are these ceilings? 10 foot. I need 8 foot ceiling, 10 and 2 feet of razor wire. Would that be enough, Big C? You can turn your mic on. I want to fence this area off between me and Ty. 782-3936, 479-782-3936. The fence man. He ain't afraid of no work. We'll figure out if we're going to turn Ty's mic back on during the break. Now, you can tap on it all you want. I'm turning it off.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
Hey, this is Montague Brown, the former Razorback, and you listen to the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Remember the classic Massey Ferguson tractors, straightforward, dependable, tough as nails, and easy to run? It's those classic models that inspired the Massey Ferguson 2600H series, as durable and reliable as the classics, with up to 74 horsepower and more comfort so you can work harder. The Massey Ferguson 2600H series. It's everything you want and need in a tractor. See one at Bush Machine and Tractor Company or visit bushtractor.com to learn more.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
With everyday low prices on top brands, locally owned Jaeger's Ace Hardware is committed to offering real service with real savings. Get these red-hot buys at any of our 4 locations. 5-gallon fruit trees, oak, and maple trees, only $26.97. That's a savings of $9 per tree. Get a DeWalt 20-volt max brush compact drill and impact driver kit with 2 batteries, carrying case, and bonus bit set for only $159 with your Ace Rewards card. Find more everyday low prices online at JaegersHardware.com.
You never know what you will walk up on or find over the hill at the Tackle Box. For almost 50 years, the Tackle Box has been your home for hunting and fishing supplies and some of the best outdoor stories. Whether guns, ammo, fishing supplies, or home decor, come back and see them again. They even buy your old fishing tackle or guns. The Tackle Box, your sports store for hunting, fishing, firearms, and more. 3010 Street, Fort Smith, 646-3193.
The adventure starts at the Tackle Box for sportsmen just like you.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
It's a stunning way to go somewhere new in the 2024 Buick Encore GX from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Right now, get up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers on the Buick Encore GX. The Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% on the 2024 Buick Encore GX. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CartPathSocial.com. CartPath Social, the getting out of the sun, making golfing fun.
You know, I had a great football-related, hard-hitting morning rush question. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. But in the wake of the last segment and Ty's really unfortunate comment, I think I have to remold and reshape the question for this morning. So, Ty, what do you fear most? Tennessee's front four or an unplanned pregnancy?
Or an unplanned pregnancy? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say my father would disown me if that ended up occurring. I'm not going to say I haven't had a scare on something like that before either. But
I don't believe you.
It's Tennessee's front four. It's Tennessee's front four because
or would it be your grandmother?
It would be cool to have, yeah, she would probably disown me too. It would be cool to have a kiddo, running around, hopefully a son, pass on the legacy and the name.
If you had a daughter, she's going to feel real wanted and loved now.
No, it's just, you want to, listen, my brother-in-law and oldest sister did it
be
right.
Up at that campground, they're trying to get you a 6-pack of beer at $1,000.
No, I felt horrible. I got chastised for that off air yesterday. Two sons.
Another moment of silence, please.
2 sons, 1 daughter. You got 3 dads looking after her.
Amen.
That's the way to do it. 2 sons, 1 daughter.
So what do you fear most? You fear Tennessee's front four?
Yeah, because you can have a little.
I would fear the reaction of Baylor Brad.
He's already ashamed enough. It's just it would just be the cherry on top.
All right, real question. All right, so we're kind of kidding around there.
Dalen says I should not have kids right now. That's
should. All right, let's go back to something we were talking about earlier. Because I was kind of half kidding, half serious.
Caleb
on that first
said
question.
I needed to talk to girls before we get to that point.
That's why I said I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Who believes Ty? Anyway, moving on to a
we got polygraph around here.
Yeah. So, should they put donation buckets outside the gates on Saturday, before and after the game?
Not before. You can't.
Yeah. Why not?
Because I'm not putting money in there before.
But this is about the slobbering hog on the basketball court. Has nothing to do with the performance of the football team.
Okay, if you push that.
I'm talking about trying to raise the $500,000. You've got 50, you got 75,000+ people going to be there. If 50,000 gave $10 a piece, and many would drop a 20 in or $30 in, or some would put $5. I think you could collectively raise $500,000 if you did it Salvation Army style. Hog kettles at every corner of the stadium. I think you could raise it.
Don't put Arkansas Edge on there. Put Salvation Army on there.
Now, be smart in today's world.
Okay.
Next to the hog on the kettle, have a Venmo or Cash App QR code
that makes
you can
sense.
scan, because half the world walks around with no dinero in their pocket anymore. We're all vagrants.
What about?
I think you could raise it.
Seth points out.
Do you think you could raise the $500,000 with the crowd on Saturday? I think as drunk as people are going to be coming off the tailgate, you can absolutely do it.
Are the cheerleaders and dance team and Palm Squad ringing the bells?
No,
and Santa skirts.
I don't think you need that. I don't think you have to do that.
Okay. I think that would help.
Why do you have to turn it into that? Why do you got to be a dirty young man?
Seth and Rogers. Well, I'm just basically reading what Seth and Rogers is saying. That's not my words. Those are Seth and Roger's words.
He just asked about sending the cheer squads. No one said anything about Santa skirts.
I just added that because I knew what he was thinking.
You know what people are thinking now.
Yeah, on that. No, I think that's.
I think if you really want if you want to get creative, that's how you do it. I don't know that people. I think when you put it right in their face, they'll drop the 20 right in the bucket.
Hayden said he would do it because he could get behind that cause, and he's a cheap you-know-what. Gavin in Fayetteville said if he saw Hunter standing outside of Walmart competing with the Salvation Army, if he saw him doing that. Let's see. I need to read these texts fully. But no, I don't think that's a bad idea. What do you all think?
If you want the slobbering hog on the floor, I think that, and Hunter wants the $1 million, because I don't know if he has to raise the $500,000. His tweet was a little unclear. Does he have to raise the $500,000?
I think
to get the matching money in a week.
Hold on,
or does he just have the $500,000?
That'll buy you a player, a real good player.
Yeah, Christian made that point earlier.
Can we get one right now?
Can
we get a left tackle?
I'm going to read this verbatim.
We get a right tackle.
Hearing some chatter on the Slobbered Hog. I'll make you a deal. I just received a matching gift offer of $500,000. He received
an offer, a matching gift offer. So meaning you need to raise the $500,000 to get the $500,000. Yeah, Hunter, we got to pull out all the stops. We got to get down to the Salvation Army. We got to ask them if we can borrow those kettles, baby. We got to kettle up this weekend.
Do it like
Every
that.
gate needs a kettle.
No, I think I think you're probably right. I think if you did that, and especially if they won, it would hit. But I think there's a good
Everybody's
combination.
full of hope going in Busch Light, so you might as well do it leading up to the game.
Dalen says it's ridiculous.
Kettles open at noon. The gates open at 4:30.
Big Steve says, I think we could easily raise it if we win, but if we lose, I would hate to be the person.
That's why you ask for the money before the game. Would you drop? I dropped 20 in on my way in.
Well, I'm already out for 100 on Mondays.
If they win, I'm talking about.
And I'm out for 250 on Monday.
Win or lose, you drop. How bad do you want this slobbering hog out there? All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Question, brought to you by Cart Path Social.
Yeah, I'm sure they love the initial Morning Rush Daily Question that we asked there. Yeah, Christian Olsen, Nate Airhan, always doing a great job.
I don't think they're surprised.
Well, they know me too well, so you're probably right. In Northwest Arkansas, Cart Path Social is the number one, not just Northwest Arkansas indoor golf's destination, but also in all of Arkansas. If you don't believe me, go check it out. It's at the Lowell exit. Check them out at cartpathsocial.com. Great place for NFL Sundays, Thursdays. They've got Sunday ticket. It's also a great place to watch college football on Saturdays. If you can't make it to the game this weekend, that's a great place to go with your friends, family, whoever. Cart Path Social, the getting out of the sun, making golfing fun.
Line drive punt taken at the 40. That's Adams. Reverses field. But everybody's staying home. Now he does a tightrope act. Boy, Houdini's in the house. Wearing number 3. And nobody's home to watch that house. Touchdown, Hogs! Holy Hogs!
So that was one of the great memories back in 2011. You won 3 straight against the Tennessee Volunteers. 2006, 2011, and 2020. Kind of spaced out, like you mentioned. There's only played 19 times in the history of the two schools. It used to
play every year.
Yeah, and it's like even
then
in the
we thanked the Lord Almighty when they came off the sky. It was a great series, but it was not a great time for Arkansas. And little did we know at that point Tennessee would go into the deep freeze for a while. But boy, at the time they were them and Florida were the powers that be in the league.
Yeah, because it's kind of shifted, and I know the West,
Bama, Georgia. Now it used to be Florida, Tennessee.
It's in the West and the East have discontinued. But like you said, Fulmer had the thing rolling in Knoxville, and now
but you had 2 Hall of Fame coaches. I mean, I don't know. I know Spurrier's in multiple Hall of Fames. I guess Fulmer is too, but I don't know if they're both in the College Football Hall of Fame, but I would guess they are. It was a great, and it had trash talk. That was the better part. Spurrier get up there behind that mic. Well, you can't spell citrus without UT.
Oh, that Florida, Florida, Tennessee.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Good old days. And Spurrier's still got a sense of humor to this day that it cracks me up. I like hearing how he talks because coaches are just too afraid to get behind the mic and say what they're actually thinking. More often than not, he was able to back it up. But looking at that Tennessee, I mean, is it clearly? I brought this up earlier. I was 4.5 when 1999 happened. Didn't really experience it in person. Of course, 90. But is that I remember 06 vividly. I remember 2011 vividly. I remember 2001 losing to those guys vividly. But it was Matt had that great pass to Richard Smith down the sidelines, and Arkansas ended up going toe-to-toe for, I think it was 6 overtimes, 7 overtimes, ended up losing. Is it just easily 99 your favorite Tennessee win?
Well, I think 99 without 98 doesn't, yes, it'd be a great win. It'd be one you'd note, but 99 has to be because of, all the history in that series and, the immediacy of what happened and the pain of the previous year. And then the irony of the scores being the same. So, yeah, I don't even think it's close. It's the 99 game.
Well, the reason I loved it in 2015
when you went over there and fell down 14 and walked out of there a victor.
Josh Dobbs,
that was great. But, I don't know how you ever top 99 unless somehow they reverse 98.
Yeah, that would be and listen, we had Sean McDonough. You remember we had Sean McDonough on the program a year or so ago, and he's like, Arkansas fans, of all the games I've called, that's the game they remember the most. And it's like, he didn't do anything.
Remember the pain.
Yeah.
You always remember the pain.
He didn't do anything, but that's unfortunately his voice, his call, and echoed one of the most painful moments in Razorback history. But like you said, it was followed up by a very fun one. I wish this is why sports radio is fun for me for a variety of reasons, but listening to you, Chuck, Bo, Clay recount where you were, what you were doing, who you were doing it with, during these marquee Arkansas victories that I've watched highlights of, that I've listened to on the radio before, but I like the personal aspect that you guys bring, knowing exactly what you were doing on these days.
I'll be one of the few that will honestly tell you I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there?
I didn't help carry the goalpost down.
You weren't one of the million people?
No, I lived in Russellville. I listened on the radio at work and then watched on TV. And it was such a prideful moment. But no, I wasn't there. And it's one of the great regrets that, and I'm sure many claim to be there that weren't. But, man, what a great moment in the history of the program.
Blitz from Tennessee. Worked a lot of time. Lucas, touchdown.
It's also very ironic that the score was the exact same from the year before. I can't ever get past that. Did you just say that?
Like 30 seconds ago.
Well, you do that a lot to me. I apologize. I was listening to you intently, and evidently that just. I'm sorry.
Yeah. In fact, now I know the word ironic.
Now I know. Now I know what it feels like on the other side. But either way,
don't feel so bad because I don't listen to you.
No, that's fair.
I'm glad you were listening though.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just having a rough day. Unplanned pregnancies, not listening to Tommy. There's a lot of
I got your dad over here texting me too, so it's not getting any better for you. But maybe you need some time fishing. Take the Head and Super Spook Junior along. I'll take you down to Walmart or Bass Pro Shops, maybe the Academy or Jelco Outdoors or somewhere and get you a Head and Super Spook Junior. We'll get it. Think you could tie one of them on the end of a fishing line, 4 or 6 pound line? You
Bruce
think you
could.
do it?
Bruce, if I went with Bruce.
Take you out here on the river. Maybe we'll use the line to tie you up and drop you in the bottom.
As long as it's not this train
station.
station.
A beaver, well, it may be your train station. The Head and Super Spook Junior is the top water bait to call up those bass. The Super Spook Junior is the smaller version of the world's most famous topwater lure. The Spook is the original walk the dog lure. Find it at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. So I was looking at Bet Saracen here. Lines dropped to 13.5. And Arkansas is now plus 425 on the money line.
Hammer the Hogs. Hammer the Hogs.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Nothing says summer fun like fishing with a Thill Bobber with the family. America's favorite floats by Thill are available in a variety of sizes and colors. These premium balsa wood floats are made by the thousands at Pradco in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They are great at detecting the slightest bites by fish and work great in tandem with crickets and redworms. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle shops everywhere. America's favorite floats by Thill.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax. Get extra for your trade or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief. One more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Postseason is underway, and Jelco Outdoors has all your archery and hunting equipment to help you bag that big buck. Select new compound bows by Bowtech, Elite, and Hoyt. Save $200 off. Beartech crossbow packages, now only $329.99. Save $200 off select Raven crossbows, clothing, boots, tree stands, saddle equipment, feeders, nut grub, and grunt calls. Jelco has it all for you. Good luck and safe hunting. And remember, a great hunt begins at Jelco Outdoors.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high this afternoon will be into the middle 80s. Later on tonight, we should end up with a clear sky, overnight lows close to 55. Friday, lots of sunshine, a high in mid to upper 80s. And then taking a peek at Saturday, lots of sun on Saturday, a high into the upper 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. KERX, Paris Fort Smith.
Hey, we can't make you a morning person, but we can make your mornings.
ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Night the fans, they'll be ready. They need something to be excited about. We understand that. We've been talking to our players the entire week about that, and so we'll be ready to play. Tennessee will be too. It should be one hell of a football game.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
and Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, cowboy?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those.
Hey, welcome into hour number 2 on a Too Stupid Thursday. I've definitely exceeded my random stupid comments already this morning. I'll tell you what is stupid though, Tommy. I don't know if you feel this way. I'm gonna pull my old man takes out. The Champagne,
the 29-year-old.
The Champagne pre-World Series is so dumb to me. For example, the Detroit Tigers, they were several games back to make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. They win last night, and there's champagne in the locker room. You won a wild card game.
Yeah.
I think
I'm with you on that.
Listen, I'm all for.
I'm if you win your division. I mean, it's a long season to come up. I'm okay with that at the end of the regular season,
but
or
not if you're
when
the
you
Yankees.
When you clinch your division.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't have champagne in the playoffs until you've reached the World Series. I'm okay if you've won the pennant. Now we're going to the series. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think we've expanded it so much that I think you're right on that old man take.
Thank you. One of the first times I've ever been right in the first hour of the program this morning.
Yep. I mean, and that's a lot of wasted champagne too.
I'll tell you what.
You think they buy the good stuff or is it the cheap stuff?
I don't know. Apparently the locker rooms get destroyed after, and there's heavy renovation.
How you want to win on the road?
Yeah,
I guess
kick everything in.
Are you a champagne drinker?
I mean,
I am not much one.
Do you don't want to drink?
Well, you go to a lot of weddings, so I'm going to guess the answer is
I
yes,
don't drink it unless I'm at a wedding, at a toast, or I'm giving a toast.
Uncorked. I don't know what Uncorked's champagne selection is, but I bet Scott and Maggie and Chef Jazz. I bet they've got some champagne over there that you can get on ice. You probably get one. Hey Ty, when you reach that moment where you're going to ask that special young lady to, maybe go steady or something, you take her to Uncork.
Go steady.
Yeah, maybe y'all going to hold hands and go steady, and you have Maggie or some of the crew over there, and they bring one of them nice stainless steel buckets table side, and man, you always think, man, that's high dollar. That's there's someone that's got some class right there. Well, I mean, everything exudes class at Uncorked. So I bet when you find that special young lady, you take her to Uncorked, she's going to be impressed. The menu is awesome, the setting is awesome, and I'm sure Scott and the crew can find you a nice bottle of champagne for that moment. But seriously, if you're wanting that special night, whether it's, just date night because you're like me and you've got kids at home and you never get time away with your sweetie, Uncorked's the place to go. It's quiet. You can have a relaxed conversation with special people. I like it in the afternoons when I need to meet business friends and associates or people you work with, and hey, let's have a brown water before we go to the house. It's a great spot for for an end of day meeting. They open at 4:00 Tuesday through Friday during the week. Great spot for that. I mentioned last week how comfortable the patio was and what sets theirs apart. They've got comfortable furniture on their patio. A lot of places, they got patio furniture, but Usually just tables that they've moved from the inside to the outside. Not at Uncorked. It's a comfortable setting. So whatever the occasion, whatever the need, whatever kind of wets your whistle that day, pun intended, it's all at Uncorked. Make your reservations for dinner this weekend or just stop in at 4 o'clock today and have one on your way home. It's all at Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue, next to Sody's in Fort Smith.
This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by Mach 1 Financial. Mach 1 Financial Group LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, visit mach-1financial.com/disclosures.
So real quick before we jump back into what's happening in Fayetteville this weekend and the Slobber and Hog, that sounds like it might happen. Do want to mention some MLB games. I mentioned the wild card where the Detroit Tigers advanced past the Houston Astros. It says Astros won 2-0, but the Tigers won 2-0. They won 5-2 last night. KC beats Baltimore. They advance out of Camden Yards. Milwaukee ties up the series with the Mets. It's 1-1. Shout out to Daniel DeMonister, Fort Smith's own, one of the assistant coaches there. And then San Diego defeats Atlanta. I know we've got some Braves fans listening to Zip. Tommy, you were once a Braves fan. Did you watch a second of this wild card series?
I did go. I was in a place that had all of them on TV last night. So to say I intently watched, no. Did I have a peek at a few innings here and there? Yes. But I'll pick it up in the divisional, a little more interest, and then we get to the
I'm a championship guy.
NL and ALCS, and I'll be a little more involved. But I remember the old days before there were even divisional. You probably don't remember that. Well, you had
just the pennant, baby.
You had to. You just had to win. I mean, there wasn't divisional. You had to win. You had to win one of two divisions in your league, and there's 4 teams that made the playoffs. So
and
pre that for a long, long time.
Pre that, wasn't it just 2, or was it? Or am I dating myself? I don't know. But my childhood, Chuck Barrett question.
In my childhood, that would maybe predate Chuck. I mean, he. I'm not saying he wouldn't know, but I mean that would be going way back. But one of the most famous calls: Giants win the pennant. Giants win the pennant. How far back?
Got to go.
Was that 1950? I think it was.
Got to go a ways a little bit. Well, I referenced the locker room celebration that the Tigers had.
Listen, when we started this series, everybody said we weren't playoff tested. We just passed the biggest test of the year to date. There's more coming, okay? Never know. Get it going.
So that's AJ Hinch, pre-champagne everywhere in celebration. Tie back to Fayetteville. The guys want to pop champagne in the locker room. Only the guys in the locker room, 21 over, of course, in Fayetteville if they win.
Absolutely.
Welcome to do that.
We'll be checking IDs.
Yes, as they walk into the locker room. But I just don't understand. It goes back into like this idea of and it's not participation trophy because you won technically, Tommy, but I just think it's stupid on a Too Stupid Thursday. Tell you what else is stupid. We just got our check, and I'm seeing the amount of taxes that have just been ripped away from my fingers. What else is on there? Oh, and extra fees in hotel rooms. It's another thing I think is stupid.
How about fees? You ever check the fine print in a plane ticket? I had to fly a couple times recently. Man, there's fees on top of fees. On top of fees.
It just keeps
That's why they keep doing all this construction I was talking about yesterday.
So
every airport's like a Texas highway, man. It's under construction.
So they can
where all that money goes.
Had them in. Seth and Rogers.
Hey, you think that's bad? Look at your utility bills.
Oh, that's
unbelievable.
That's okay.
Now that you're a homeowner, there's another joy for you.
Thank you for jogging my memory because I had down. I thought it was in reference to the hotel, but it was actually in reference to.
Well, the hotel's got a bunch of them too.
Well, no. Here's what happened. Arkansas charged me an additional $90 for water. Luckily, talked them down, got them off that. Now I don't have a water bill this month. I got charged.
What?
I got charged like a $90 extra fee. And I was like, I wasn't here when I signed up at this time. And they're like, oh, that was a accounting issue on our part.
Is the previous owner or whatever?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. So I got that taken off. So I didn't have a water bill this month because I had a $90
credit.
Thank you. Yeah. And then I got an additional.
He was an accounting major.
And then you sign up for electricity and gas, and they're just like, hey,
deposit.
Here's a deposit. Even I have like impeccable credit. I'm not running anywhere.
You still got to have a deposit.
BS what it is, man.
Hey, well, take care of your money. And the folks at Mach 1 Financial can help you with that. Strikes are taking place by the fast are taking place by the East and Gulf Coast ports right now. There is no doubt it's going to impact our economy and the market. Matt, John, and Lee break down the latest episode of the Market Moment and talk about what it means to be a bear or a bull during such an uncertain time. You can check out the latest episode of the Market Moment by heading to market-moment.com. Tune in to get your financial questions answered. Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC, is a registered investment advisor. They're in Rogers, Arkansas. For full disclosures, go to mach-1financial.com/disclosures.
SEC update coming up. Some of the things that coaches have said this week about the injury report and some games to look forward to this weekend.
What's up, everybody? It's Peter Burns for the SEC Network. You're listening to The Morning Rush. Yes, sir.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Arkansas was awesome to play at, man. Bob Walker Stadium goes off.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, football, and family, which makes it the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart, your family's #1 tire store. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is ready for anything fall brings your way. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Stop by the Golf Nut today and check out the full line of lab putters featuring Lie-Angle balanced technology. Lab putters were used by 14% of professionals in the 2024 Masters Tournament. All models of the new Scotty Cameron Phantom putters are in stock, including the longer 38-inch model. Come discover the biggest selection of name brand clubs, apparel, and accessories in the region. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop for over 30 years.
Celebrate your pastor at the Solid Rock this month. October is Pastor Appreciation Month, and to help you celebrate, the Solid Rock is giving you a $5 gift card to give to your pastor with any purchase of $50 or more. And while you're there, be sure to check out the wonderful assortment of items that would make great pastor appreciation gifts. Celebrate Pastor Appreciation Month at the Solid Rock, the store that honors Christ all year long, off South 74th near Sam's Club.
The Wave Rural Connect Shoal Creek Zone is open. Fast fiber internet, TV, and home phone available. This covers Midway, New Blaine, Scranton, Delaware, and other areas. Even if this isn't your zone, check your address. We might be available for you. Get your whole home solution. Internet, TV, and phone from a local provider. Go to signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
I know we're always on the go, heading to Fayetteville, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, and you need a place to fill up. But not just for gas. I need snacks, drinks, and a restroom that doesn't make me throw up. That's why my new favorite pit stop is Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue on the way out of town. I can't stop by without getting something from their hot box or a fresh made burger. That's Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Hey, Hawk fans, it's Ty with the Morning Rush. Join me this Saturday, October 5th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. at the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville for Arkansas Game Day. Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt at the Stadium Shop will have a buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value half off, including their new Nike apparel and jerseys. It does not get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback this Saturday from 1 till 3:30 p.m.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Somebody said we've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC has got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. Trusted pool experts and your source for backyard fun. Locations in Springdale, Fort Smith, and now in Greenland. Always online at burtonpools.com.
So Eli Drinkwitz and Missouri are playing Texas A&M this weekend. Arkansas just lost to Marcel Reed and company, and even though that Connor Wigman is listed as the starter on the depth chart, Drink ain't buying it. Says, I know on their depth chart it says some other kids starting quarterback, but I mean, it's just semantics in my opinion. Reed is 3-0. I think this is kind of an interesting conundrum for Mike Elko and the Aggies because, as you just heard from Drink, or as I just said from Drink, he's undefeated as a starter. It's kind of like with Arch Manning in Texas. I'm curious, Brian Ozark's thoughts with Quinn Ewers being out. I think that you go back to Ewers in that situation. But Tommy, I think in this case of A&M's QB, I think you probably stick with Reed.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think you change when you're winning, even though winning may have been tough. And listen, it's the SEC. They're all tough. But I think, players will tell you this, that the team chooses the quarterback. And I think the coaches got to recognize and see who do these guys play a little harder for? Who in the huddle are they just a little more engaged for? So, I think it becomes evident when you watch it in practice. You see it in the meeting rooms. And what'd you say, 3-0? Hard to go away from that. Dance with the one that's brought you.
I think Arch is now 3-0 as Texas is starting quarterback too. So curious to see what happens in Austin, especially prior to the Oklahoma game, which is next week in Dallas. Are you? By the way, you going to go to that? You mentioned the possibility. Are you going to go to that game next week?
The which game?
Texas and Oklahoma.
No, I can't.
You decided against it. Okay. I know you talked in the summer.
I would love to go. That is something I want. That is on my bucket list. Is to go down there, and it's a 2:30 game this year.
Yeah, they moved it, which is usually 11.
Usually an 11 a.m. game.
I guess they had it at 2:30 last year, but it's traditionally been 11.
Is it next week or I thought it's later in the month? But anyway, it's Arkansas's bye week, so yeah, it is. I guess next week.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do that, but I don't have. Yeah. I ask around, look for some buddies that want to go, and no one else really showed a lot of interest. And tickets are pretty expensive.
They are. What you got over there, Big C?
I was just going to say, do y'all think that is going to be a close game this year? Because they both seem like they're kind of on two different
I hear you, but that game, and don't be surprised when OU wins.
Oh, Brian's going to have a meltdown if that happens, especially this Oklahoma team.
I'd hate for that. I mean, I wouldn't. Nothing should surprise you in that series because when the odds are steeply against one, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for Oklahoma.
I'm rooting for an earthquake.
Rooting for the fried food outside of Texas.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the corn dogs.
And the words of that I've heard you say before. Yeah. Ole Miss has got 25 players on their injury report for the South Carolina game. Classic Lane Kiffin. I know you want to know who's playing for Arkansas. Hudson Clark and Monte Harrison are probable for this game. It's nice to see Hudson looking like that's a possibility. Ty Washington, Luke Hazard questionable. That's scary. Andres Pushka is doubtful. That's scary. 3 tight ends on this injury report. Not good. Coffrey Brown, one of the wide receivers, out. Patrick Kudus is still out. Rodney Hill is out. That's not good, running back wise. But at least it sounds like that Rashad Binion's going to play on Saturday potentially.
We know that he's a good player. From a year ago, he's been hurt most of this year. He's healthy now. All he's got to do is have a good week of practice, and one thing, you have a suspension, you have this, you do whatever the responsibility is, and then after that, we wouldn't let guys back on the team or anything if we had a grudge or we had anything like that. It's what we felt like we need to do, and so if he's ready to go and he's practicing well, we're going to use him.
I mean, that second-team running back, maybe Braylon Russell gets the initial second-team reps, but it's it's there for. I mean, I don't wish anything bad on Ronnie Hill, but it's there for R-Dub this week. If he busts his keister this week, he's going to play on Saturday. I would think.
Well, and hasn't he already kind of moved into the number 2 spot right now? Anyway,
I think Russell. They've progressively given him more carries as the season's worn on. So I think Russell's probably in that 2 spot. And then, are you talking about Russell or DeBinion? That was about
Russell.
That's about DeBinion, what Pittman said. Are you saying you think Russell?
I think Russell's in the 2 spot right now.
We'll see.
I mean, based on carries, based on what we've seen, I guess. But listen, you need 3, you need 4. I mean, this is and what did we see last week late in that game? We saw a fresh Moss come in off the bench for A&M and just wear Arkansas's defense out. What do you have, 117? I don't have the box. I think he had like 117 yards, and all of his carries were predominantly fourth quarter. He was fresh. He didn't get a lot early in that game, and then just came in and wore you out. So if you could find a guy to kind of fit that role, control the clock, have that long drive, and be as effective because he's fresh late,
then R-Dub goes berserk.
Maybe one of these guys could fill that role because that's what beat Arkansas. That's what did Arkansas in at the end of the ball game.
Games this weekend: Alabama takes on Vanderbilt in Nashville. Auburn goes to Athens. UCF, Florida at night. That could be an interesting game. Maybe a Billy Napier firing game. Ole Miss at South Carolina. Kiffin and company need to bounce back, and then Missouri against A&M, and of course Arkansas takes on Tennessee. You got a game of interest outside the one in the one in Fayetteville of those 5? I'll say it again. Vanderbilt, Auburn, Georgia, UCF, Florida.
Auburn, Georgia, I think is interesting from the standpoint that that game's usually close. I want to see how Georgia emotionally bounces back from a roller coaster game last week. So that game interests me because I don't think it's going to be. Everybody thinks Georgia's going to come out mad and pissed off and beat them by 200. I'm
in that camp.
I'm not as convinced on that.
I just don't think Auburn has any offense to keep up with Georgia.
Can South Carolina hang with Ole Miss?
Oh, that'd be great. If Lane Kiffin lost back-to-back after, and I'm in that camp that lauded them as this preseason college football playoff team, and to lose to Kentucky and South Carolina with that schedule, it would be glorious for Sports Talk Radio come Monday.
How does, you're going to say, do what? How does the Alabama-Vanderbilt game go?
Close for a half, maybe?
Pavia leads the boys in Nashville to the first ever victory against Alabama.
I don't think Alabama wins, but I think there's going to be a little bit of a hangover. So, I'm interested in that. I think Vanderbilt will keep it closer than the experts project.
Thank you, Mr. Corso. All right, that is your SEC update here on a Too Stupid Thursday.
And it's brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. They're in Springdale, Greenland, and in Fort Smith. Right now, up to $14,000 off on fiberglass in-ground pools. Big savings right there. So if you want to swim next summer, they can start planning your project right now. Aqua Creek Pools with the premium vinyl finish. Buy one right now and get a free hot tub from Burton Pools and Spas. Springdale, Fort Smith, and in Greenland, and always online at burtonpools.com.
All right, so we've got some more from Sam Pittman coming up in just a bit. Outside of football, one of the stories that is kind of being tossed around amongst Razorback fans right now is the possibility of the Slobbering Hog. Now, it is a $500,000 offer if it's matched.
The matching donation up to $500,000.
If Arkansas fans raise enough for Arkansas Edge in a certain amount of time, which is by Monday, 5 o'clock, then they're getting a $1,000 donation. Of course, they'll have the $500,000 they would have raised.
That'd be $1 million. They could
for
put
the Slobbering Hog,
and we'll put the Slobbering Hog on the floor. Slobbering Hog being held hostage right now. Do we want to pay the bond?
Bounty.
Do we want to pay the? Do we want to get him out of jail? We'll find out. Hey, Joe's Grill and Cantina is going to be set up and ready to go for the game, and get you set up at Joe's Grill and Cantina for that, as they'll have all the specials, including half-price apps and taps during the game on Saturday. So if you're looking for a place to watch the game and enjoy everything about Joe's, they've got it at Joe's Grill and Cantina. And you asked for it, you demanded it, so they brought it back. Half-price apps and taps during the game. Joe's Grill and Cantina, South 74th Street, across from Harps in Fort Smith.
Tom Murphy's going to join us a little later on as we continue on a Too Stupid Thursday.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Daddy would kill me if I brought you home.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hi, that's the $1 million question.
This is the Morning Rush.
Deer hunting in the comfort of an enclosed 6x6 Lazy Man fiberglass box blind. It's affordable at Jelco Outdoors. Lazy Man Fat Girl Blinds, built here in Fort Smith with your choice of 6-foot or 10-foot tower blind platforms, starting at $22.99.99. Box blinds are great for taking the kids, with plenty of room and out of the weather. Check out the deer blinds at Jelco Outdoors. Hunt longer in the comfort of a Lazy Man box blind, sold locally at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax, get extra for your trade, or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief, one more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Missing or broken teeth? Sharp Smiles wants you to start chewing again with dental implants. Scared of the dentist? Sharp Smiles will help you overcome your fear. Big dental problems? Sharp Smiles Modern Dentistry and Implants is your answer to your dental needs and services, where your smile is top priority. Get the smile you have always wanted from the friendly faces at Sharp Smiles, 2600 Market Trace, Suite B, off Jenny Lind across from Harps. For more information, visit the website at sharpsmilesdds.com or call 648-9988.
With everyday low prices on top brands, locally owned Jaeger's Ace Hardware is committed to offering real service with real savings. Get these red-hot buys at any of our 4 locations. 5-gallon fruit trees, oak, and maple trees, only $26.97. That's a savings of $9 per tree. Get a DeWalt 20-volt max brush compact drill and impact driver kit with 2 batteries, carrying case, and bonus bit set for only $159 with your Ace Rewards card. Find more everyday low prices online at JagersHardware.com.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything: service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials, tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbors since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
I'll say this, Clay. I played with our boy yesterday, and I guess he's not working enough because he's vastly improved his ball striking.
Green's going to keep it. Option left. Gets by a defender at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas. Taylor Green from 14 yards out. He just skipped the final 6. He's into the end zone, and we're a PAT away from a tie football game.
You can now download our new app in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Listen anytime and anywhere on your favorite mobile device. Just search Hit That Line now.
The man of the hour, Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, set to join us. We'll get his thoughts on the slobbering hog, Arkansas's matchup ahead against Tennessee, plus some MLB playoff notes as well as we continue on a Too Stupid Thursday.
Brought to you by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms. They provide every type of dental care procedure for you and your family, including teeth whitening. And we're going to tell you about a free offer they got coming up on your next appointment to see Dr. Sparkman, Dr. Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice. They are such kind people. Work very hard to give you a great experience every time. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Even same-day crown service is available as well. 226-3500 for an appointment. Here's the deal. Mention you heard it here on the Morning Rush, on ESPN Radio, and at your next appointment, you're going to get a free bleaching kit or choose $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. So find out about those free offers on your next visit. Make your appointment, 226-3500, or go to valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Tom, we'll start with a little basketball and plenty of football to discuss. But what have you made in the last 24 hours, the feedback of fans with Hunter Yurchek's announcement of a possible slobbery hog presentation in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I'd make a lot of people happy because it's such a unique logo.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of goes to the spirit of, a wild hog, and it's just different. And so Hunter Yurchek knows this, and that's why the tweet yesterday. And it would be really fun to have it. I mean, I don't know, would it stay out there for a long time? What would its permanence be? We don't know, but it would still be fun if they wound up doing it.
For those that don't know, I probably should state beforehand that Arkansas fans, if you match a $500,000 pledge by Monday, October the 7th, this upcoming Monday, by 5 o'clock, then there's going to be another donation made that matches that, and the slobbering hog is going to be on the court this basketball season. Tom, jumping into the football game this weekend, I know we kind of had a joke earlier, if Arkansas gets smacked around this weekend and people move on to basketball season, I'm hoping it's not. What have you picked up from Pittman this week? I know injury-wise has been a key, especially at the tight end position, but what's your sense about Sam Pittman heading into this game come Saturday night?
Well, from the big picture standpoint, he likens this game, it's a night game, to Texas a few years ago. The circumstances are different. That was game 2, after they hadn't played very well against Rice, and then they had a great performance. They just laid it out there. I mean, everyone was bought in. They believed in their game plan, and they ran the ball on Texas. And so he'd like to see the same emotion, the emotional support, and in a game kind of taking a flow where the stadium kind of takes over the other team. Now, Texas was number 15 and hadn't had a ton of success, pretty new under Sark. I think that was his first season. So this is a different deal. Josh Heupel in year 4. Tennessee is ranked number 1 in total defense and number 3 in total offense. And you say, well, they did that against Chattanooga and they did that against Kent State. Yeah, well, they also did it against North Carolina State. And they pretty much dominated that game against Oklahoma. So they're a legit team on both sides of the ball, can present problems to you. So Arkansas is going to have to play, in my opinion, they're going to have to play outside what their kind of norm has been. I mean, and they've done some pretty good things. Their third down conversions have been good. Their rushing has been good, but protecting Taylor hasn't been great. So I think they have to go beyond their previous performance levels to have a chance in this game. And obviously can't turn the ball over the way they've been.
That's what I want to ask you about next. This has been a 2.5, 3 turnover per game ball club. How many can you afford on, say, 12 possessions? That's about average. How many of those can you give away with a turnover, even turnovers on downs against that defense, and have a chance in the fourth quarter to be in the game?
Well, yeah, that's a great question, and maybe one is the most you can afford to do. And it could be you can't afford to turn the ball over because how many times are you going to force takeaways? I mean, outside the Auburn game, this defense, even though I think the numbers are good, the total numbers, particularly against the run, are pretty good, they just haven't been a ball hawking type team except versus Auburn. So they've got to find a way to put a helmet on a ball and punch a ball out and things like that, because it just hasn't been the case. And they might have to steal a possession or two, or fake something in the kicking game to steal a possession to have a chance to win.
Well, that's interesting you bring that up, because I wonder how many wrinkles you can throw at an opponent when you twice fake the previous week, one successful, one unsuccessful. So since you put that on film last week against A&M, are you going to be even able to attempt a possible fake in special teams?
Well, that's the thing. When you've done that, then the next week that opponent knows that it's on your mind.
Heightened alert.
And they've studied exactly. They studied what you did against A&M and what didn't work, and it's just going to be on alert for that. So it would be harder, certainly. I mean, the whole Devin Bale rolling out for the potential rugby kick and some guys turning their backs on him and him taking off, that's just not going to happen now. So you have to do it in some other way. And so you're right. You might not be able to even try one in special teams, or it could backfire.
Talking with Tom Murphy here on a Thursday. He's with Whole Hog Sports and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Tom, I know you had a chance to catch up with Joshua Braun this week, and he talked about we've got to give Talon and the guys a chance to make plays. We saw last year, outside of the Florida game, you just didn't see a lot of offensive improvement. Has this offensive line reached its ceiling, or could you see them getting better in the next 7 games to give the Arkansas offense some fighting chances against SEC opponents?
No, by no means have they reached their ceiling. I mean, that's the thing with every football team, right? Each week you're striving to improve on the mistakes you made the week before, and just being together more. I mean, 3 of these guys are starters, and 4 of them, 4 of the guys are new starters. 3 weren't even in the program last year. So you're going to continue to improve. Your communication's got to get better, and Braun is a powerhouse in terms of being a positive factor for that offense. And to me, the post game thing with Talon even solidified it further. And if they look, some of those plays, yeah, there was early pressure and all that, but as Sam Pittman pointed out, Carmona took his man on the last offensive play 11 yards deep. And so, Talon has to recognize where he is in the pocket as well. He got a little bit too deep when he was trying to escape the pocket. And that allowed Nick Scourton to get a strip sack back there. And so it all fits hand in glove. Where do you need to be in the pocket? Where are you trying to take the rushers? And Talon playing with confidence, because I think in the second quarter that was about the most rattled we've seen Talon this year, was in the second quarter last week.
So we got the injury report for Arkansas. A couple guys out, including Jalen Braxton and Mikael Mitchell in the secondary. 2 tight ends listed as questionable, and Washington has Andres Pushka is also doubtful for this game. Hudson Clark's probable. Not a lot on the other side, though, Tom, for Tennessee. They look like they're pretty healthy coming off this bye heading to Fayetteville. Yeah,
they really do. And, of course, Rodney Hill was the big surprise, I suppose, because I'm not sure if something happened late in that game that I missed, or if something happened in practice this week that I believe he was listed as out. And so that would certainly push up Braylon Russell and possibly Rashad Dubinion being back in the mix, because the hits that Jaquindon Jackson has taken, it's hard to go the whole game. You want him to be fresher later in the game, and they really do have to establish some semblance of a running game to maybe slow the clock a little bit, slow Tennessee's big-time offense down to have a shot to win.
Yeah. Tom, we'll close out on this. For this program right now, needing to get to a bye week, it seems like we've seen in previous times under Brett Bielema, we've seen it under Sam Pittman, heading into that bye week, it kind of goes one way or the other. There's not much of an in-between when you look at the final outcome of a ball game. What are you expecting Saturday? A team that's, really thirsty for the break and needs to get healthy and this one gets away? Or You think they're going to fight their way into the bye week?
Yeah, it's tough to envision exactly how it's going to play out because there's so many factors like turnovers and field position, special teams that play into it. But I do expect a pretty relentless effort from Tennessee coming off a bye week. They're really tough on both sides of the ball. Arkansas's got to do something to have ball control. I suspect they're really going to fight in this game. If they get overwhelmed by Tennessee's talent, that's the big question. Like I said, I think they're going to have to play outside their norm a little bit, but you can't put the pressure on yourselves to do that. So it's a fine line. They got to stick with what they can do well. Hope they get a few turnovers and give themselves a shot.
Win the coin toss and squat on the ball. That's my plan this week. They're like 78-3 in the first quarter. I just don't even let them have the ball.
That wouldn't be a bad game plan to take the ball on the kickoff and win the toss.
And then squat on it. Just run the clock out.
That was the old Dean Smith 4 corners. Can you do that in football?
Yeah. All right, Tom, appreciate it. Yeah, you do something to delay the opponent. All right, Tom Murphy with us here Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you by the Inn at the Mill. You're thinking about future trips, whether it's a weekend away to do, just to relax and unwind in Northwest Arkansas, a game weekend, basketball coming up. You get an anniversary or birthday around the corner. Call the Inn at the Mill, 479-443-1800. You'll get a real human being on the other end of the phone. It won't be AI. It won't be a phone tree. You'll talk to Jen or one of the staff there. They'll graciously arrange your suite, which will be an oversized room. They're conveniently located just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. You're close to all the great restaurants, all the great shopping, close to campus. It's the place to stay when you go to Northwest Arkansas. It's the Inn at the Mill, 479-443-1800 or online at innatthemill.com.
You asked a good question of Richard Davenport yesterday, one of Tom's colleagues, about the number of players in town this weekend. Tommy, I think it's pivotal to have a good showing. I think the fan base is going to deliver in terms of crowd size, but you haven't had any team or potential high school kids that could wind up Razorbacks in here since the UAB game. And you've got LSU coming up in 2 weeks and 2 days or whatever it is from now. But that's a long time, so this is a big weekend for recruiting, too. By the way, Malik Thomas, 5-star, just saw this on 3 Recruits reporting that he will be in town this weekend. So it's not just a big weekend for football recruiting. Basketball is going to have a few guys in here, I'd guess, too.
And it's a night game, so flying people into XNA, getting them to campus, 6 p.m. game, you got a chance to, for a high school kid that's playing in Texas or playing in Florida or wherever, to get them in on an official and they, or even if they're on their own dime on an unofficial, and get to campus in time. So, 11 a.m. starts, really hamper that. People can't drive from very far. 6 o'clock start, great weather, big time opponent. Game's going to be on ABC. It's going to have a great atmosphere. Tailgating all day. Coach mentioned last night with Chuck, I guess they'll tailgate 4 or 5 hours. I think you're short about 4 or 5 hours on that, Coach, because I know a lot of people are heading up at 8, 9 o'clock and will be on site by, 8, 9, 10 o'clock.
The fans will be ready to go. They have 4 or 5 hours to tailgate, so they'll be in good shape.
Yeah. So when is we'll be at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also presented by Sawyer Sunrooms for Arkansas game day, starting at 1. You mentioned you had some friends that might get there at 8 and 9. When can you?
I know my brother's starting his at 9 a.m.
Is he really?
Yeah.
So Teddy's gonna be tanked by like 4?
No, he'll sleep well the night before.
Okay.
What do you mean by tanked? What do you mean by that?
Intoxicated, inebriated, blitzkrieg. Do you want me to keep going?
No, I think he'll be
just
fine.
Is he gonna hold it together?
People actually go to tailgates and don't find themselves in that condition.
Well, I'm working that day, so I'm obviously not going to be in that condition. Yeah, I'm sure.
Sunburn.
Might be sunburned. Is a good. That's great. Yeah.
That is an early for a 6. He's getting there at 9 a.m. I guess he has to set up and everything because it's a work. It's a
corporate deal.
Okay, yeah. So he's somewhat working as well. That is a long day right there because the game's probably not going to end till 10 o'clock. It's 12 plus hours outside in Fayetteville. 6:30 to 10. Long day. Long day.
He's texting me now. Is that what Ty really thinks of me?
I mean, I've only met him twice, but I'm just assuming if you're going to get there that early, that's probably something. I mean, You're Pittman. Pittman. What does he
You're
always
just
say?
excited for the game, Ty.
Get lathered.
You're just excited for the game.
What does he always say? Get lathered up. I think that's Pittman, one of Pittman's favorite phrases to you. One of the other things that he talked about. We haven't spent a lot of time. By the way, we'll see if you two can do it. I'm going to butcher it, but I just want to see if you pronounce Tennessee's starting quarterback's last name. Give it a whack.
I don't even think I could spell it if it was in front of me.
I can't.
Nico Iamaleava.
There you go.
Can you say it?
Iamaleava. It's Hawaiian, right?
Iamaleava. You said it pretty good. Say it one more time. That's it. That's it. I've heard Derek say it all week, and I still screwed it up.
I don't know if you're right or wrong, but you said it with such confidence. I believe you.
I think it's Iamaleava.
Poor Chuck. He's got to really work on that.
I don't know how.
Well, you get off in a room by yourself and you just say it a million times till your tongue understands what
I've
to do.
just heard it 1,000 times on TV. Like,
Iamaleava.
Nico.
Iamaleava. Yeah, Nico. That's the easy
Nico.
one. But, again, Coach Pittman, here's what he said about the young quarterback heading in Fayetteville this week.
I think it's Iamaleava.
Yeah.
Really good, mature.
Yeah.
It's just like Marcel Reed. Reed did what he needed to do. He didn't turn the football over. I'm not comparing them. I'm saying Nico is that. He does what he needs to do. He got a lot of opportunities to shine in his offense. He doesn't make mistakes, and then he does it at a high level. He's scary because he's not going to make mistakes, and he's going to run the offense to a perfection. And for a young guy like that, he's just really impressive.
He's not trying to disrespect him, but this kid's a hell of a lot better than Marcel Reed. It's night and day. He didn't have he played okay in Norman. He was 13 to 21. Heupel didn't necessarily uncork him like I thought he would, Tommy. But this is still a young kid who's playing in his second ever SEC football game in Fayetteville. And I don't think we put enough emphasis on that come Saturday night. I know they've got a ferocious defense. I know that they can run the football. But this kid made some mistakes in Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah. Their offense just sucks.
Well, and this game doesn't come with the emotion that game at OU came with.
Good point.
For Heupel. I mean, that team probably felt a little bit of burden, a little responsibility for their head coach. They didn't want to go in there and lose on a night when their coach was making a homecoming. So, yeah, I
gotta
mean,
get pressure.
You don't have that pressure on your shoulders if you're Nico as well. Hey, brought to you by APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group. They have immediate openings right now in Northwest Arkansas and North Central Arkansas. Go to jobs.crh.com, a variety of positions. They got a millings operator opening right now. They got positions open in their quarries, heavy equipment operators, diesel mechanics. There is a list of opportunities right now. Top pay, great benefits. I mean, you can make a real career with a company. You can be there for decades. Go to jobs.crh.com. Again, jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola is an equal opportunity employer.
Big C, you mentioned getting pressure. That was one of the things that Landon Jackson was able to do so in this past game against Texas A&M. 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. His best game of the season. Led the team in tackles. Here's what his counterpart defensive lineman, Eric Gregory, and fellow linebacker Brad Spence said about him.
It was good to see a game from him. You know, he don't really say nothing about the games where he necessarily don't have the stats he wants. Just to see him have that game is good. You know, a lot of teams slide to him, and they throw a little extra person at him, man. So it was great to see him had a game that he had.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Landon producing for us, too. He's a guy on defense that we depend on also. So I feel like he's strapped up, ready to play.
So they're not the same player, but when I think about a Tennessee game, I think about everyone head goes to 99. Think about Joe's punt return in 2011. I also think about 2006, where Jamal Anderson, who, by the way, played wide receiver in high school, just insane that he was able to translate. He abused that Tennessee offensive line. Philip Fulmer and the backup at the time, which was Jonathan Crompton. You've got to have a game similar to Landon last week, maybe remnants of Tuscaloosa last year, where he's just unblockable, Tommy, because Tennessee, as we mentioned earlier, has got 8-10 guys that they're going to rotate, and that's going to be a problem for Arkansas, but you're hoping Landon parlays back-to-back good games to put pressure on this, again, still a young quarterback in his second SEC start on the road.
And if you don't, and he has all day, you'll get picked apart. I mean, that's just the way the game works.
Yeah.
That's not just a Tennessee issue, but so, no, pressure is paramount. And on the other side of that coin, what have we also talked about all week? Arkansas's got to slow down their pass rush. You know, Taylon Green can't be running for his life on every down. I am most interested in this game from a scheme standpoint, personnel standpoint, you made a good point before the show that, this would be one where you might want to put a tight end in more often for blocking purposes.
Yeah.
But you're thin there. You've got injuries there. So that doesn't seem like a viable option. Is a two-back set something that's not really something Arkansas does a bunch, but, for extra protection? We've seen that in years past. I'll be interested to see what Bobby Petrino and this offensive staff do from a schematic standpoint to try to provide more protection for the quarterback.
Does this feel like Tyrone Broden's last chance to get significant amount of targets and playing time? I mean, we're 5 games in. It just hasn't been. And I hate that for him because he had the game-winning touchdown at Florida last year. The only bright spot for Arkansas last season. He had a play, I think it was Alabama, that he caught a deep touchdown ball, if I remember that correctly. It's not like this kid can't play, but for whatever reason, it just hadn't turned out. I know that people have been asking, hey, is Isaac Teslaw starting this week? I asked Matt because I think they played separate positions, but I wonder about that too.
Be an X, Y, or Z.
That is a Matt. That's a Matt thing. But I hope he comes out of his funk, and it's really been a 5-game funk. I say 5-game, 4-game. He got a touchdown the first game, but
who did?
Yeah, that's fair. I just hate that for him because it hasn't panned out like I think he thought it would. I mean, he's a starter this year. He wasn't a starter last year.
Yeah. Hey, finding the right financing to remodel your current home or build a brand new one is easier than ever when you stop by one of Farm Credit of Western Arkansas's 25 locations. Let their experts guide you from start to finish, or you can log on to myaglender.com and see all those options listed right there for you on their website. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, making dreams come true for more than 100 years.
Hey, the good thing is not only do we have Arkansas football, but Colton put this in the notes yesterday, 55 straight days of football. Between college and NFL, 55 straight days.
Obviously, Saturday and Sunday, Monday night football. Is it MACtion on Tuesday?
I think
Thursday and Fridays we have NFL and college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what's on Tuesdays.
I couldn't
and
tell you the
Wednesdays,
conferences
yeah.
on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but now that we're at this juncture in the season with conference and stuff, that is the setup for 55 days. Can you be locked in? Like you ref, you've got kids. I don't watch I'm going to be honest. I don't watch football on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and rare is it that I watch it on Fridays. I'm usually doing something.
Yeah. And Thursdays, you've got to really be reminded because it's not on the guide to go. It's got to be a matchup like last week with the Cowboys.
Without looking, tell me who plays tonight.
Ravens and I don't have no idea. I'm just making up names.
Oh, it's not Ravens. Sorry,
Falcons,
it's a bird.
Falcons and Buccaneers.
There you go.
Falcons,
But that's like it's hard to.
It's not on my guide. It's not. When I'm watching and I'm scrolling through. I mean, sometimes you just forget, and then when it's there, football, boom, I'm there.
And you bring this up when it comes to me. The reason I am going to be in tune with it tonight is because of one reason. Fantasy football. I don't care about Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. I don't care about Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, but I've got Rashid White, and I think I have a Falcons player too. So that's why.
Hey, get by Andy's Frozen Custards. 2 locations in Conway,
Woo!
1 in Fort Smith, right? Not far from where we're sitting right now. And also in North Little Rock on JFK. They're always taking care of you. If you're looking to cool or satisfy your sweet tooth, Andy's has got you covered with their greatest frozen treats around. And if you're gearing up for the big game, don't leave empty-handed. Take home a Pick 6. It's their mix and match, 6 of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time treat. Andy's Frozen Custards, Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, 2 locations in Conway and JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock. Andy's Frozen Custards. Walk up or drive through. They're ready to serve you.
Gut feeling. It's 10:53 here on Thursday. 5 o'clock. Do we have a positive announcement that they've hit the threshold of $500,000 to achieve the Slobber Hog?
No, you don't announce that today because then people would stop giving. You take it all the way to the end because then if you end up raising $600,000 or $700,000, you never quit passing the offering plate.
Okay. I guess is the first game the Kansas exhibition game in Fayetteville?
25th. That's what I'm saying. The deadline's got to be soon because you got to get that done.
Man,
that pace got to dry.
You got Rock Chalk in here, and you unveil that Slobber Hog. That place will be rocking that night. Appreciate everyone joining us. That's going to do it for Too Stupid Thursday. Phil and Matt up next on Halftime.
Hey, fans. This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter and Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page.
He means the website, which is shop on Razorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Get the best deals of the year on select New Holland tractors and hay equipment right now at WT Equipment during New Holland's year-end value bonanza. Get the biggest savings with cash back plus 0% interest, $0 down, and zero due until 2025. Don't miss your chance to harvest our best deals on New Holland's best equipment during value bonanza now at WT Equipment. Offer ends December 31st or while supplies last. For commercial use only. Subject to credit approval and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Ty Richardson, we're live here at First Financial Mortgage. I'm here with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know I probably texted you 100 times during this process, man. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily, you did.
Yeah, Ty. It was always great working with you. Glad we could help you get closed. A good loan officer is someone who can answer questions after hours, before hours, and be available when you're needed. We get pre-qualifications in, get buyers pre-qualified so they can search for homes and get them closed quick. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With the never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
Ty Richardson live at Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. I'm here with my friend Gail Rainwater. One of the many things you guys offer is tuxedo rental.
Yes, we do a great business of renting for weddings and proms. What sets us apart from most other places that rent clothing, you get to try it on. You come in, we measure, you try it on immediately. And the reason for that is we carry everything in stock. You get to check the fit immediately. Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, where it's fun to look good.
At AOG, our main goal is to deliver reliable energy to your home safely. And keeping our team members, customers, and community safe starts with awareness. Natural gas has a distinctive, strong odor, often compared to rotten eggs or sulfur. If you smell gas, leave your home immediately. Go to a safe location and call 911 in addition to AOG. Remember, if you smell gas, act fast and always call 811 before you dig. To learn more about natural gas safety, visit AOGC.com. AOG, energy for life.
It's that time of year again. The Greater Fort Smith Association of Home Builders Parade of Homes is right around the corner. For 2 weekends, October 4th through the 6th and October 11th through the 13th, you can tour stunning homes featuring innovative designs and cutting-edge craftsmanship from noon to 5. And don't miss this year's Showcase Home, open every day from noon to 5 for the whole parade. For the Parade of Homes map, a list of sponsors, and this year's online digital magazine with the details for each home, go to FortSmithHomebuilders.com.
End of season savings are yours right now on Kubota hay equipment at Gray Brothers, including the new DM Series disc mowers, or try Kubota's DM Series trail mowers. And for the prettiest bale of hay on the market, try Kubota's VV Series round baler. With Gray Brothers low pricing and great interest rates from Kubota, it's time for your new hay equipment. That's Gray Brothers equipment in Fort Smith and Poto, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high this afternoon will be into the middle 80s. Later on tonight, we should end up with a clear sky, overnight lows close to 55. Friday, lots of sunshine, a high in mid to upper 80s. And then taking a peek at Saturday, lots of sun on Saturday, a high into the upper 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN.